Welcome to Spiritual Sanctuary, Wisdom for the Divine Feminine. I'm your host, Bertena, and I'm so grateful that you're here. This is a space created for slowing down, for remembering who you are beneath the noise, and for reconnecting with the sacred wisdom that already lives within you. Before we begin, I want to offer a heartfelt thanks to our sponsor, Cosmic Connections. Their support for this podcast and this community is wonderful. You can receive 10% off your online purchase at yourcosmicconnections.com with the code Bertena Podcast 10. Yourcosmicconnections.com, Bertena, Bertena, Podcast 10. It's a beautiful way to support both your spiritual practice and the sanctuary, as well as a small business that I love so much. Now, wherever you are, maybe you're walking or resting or driving or just simply breathing, I invite you to gently step into the sanctuary with me. Let your shoulders soften, let your breath deepen, and there's nothing that you need to become or to be fixed. You've arrived at a sacred space. So let's begin. Welcome, everyone, to the Spiritual Sanctuary, Wisdom for the Divine Feminine. I'm your host, Bertina, and today we're exploring a topic that's really close to my heart, Reiki, Divine Feminine Healing, and then the powerful healing tradition known as the Rite of the Womb. Whether you're already a Reiki practitioner, you're considering Reiki training, or you're simply curious about energy healing and feminine spirituality, I invite you to take a deep breath, settle into the moment, and just join me for this conversation, because today's episode isn't simply about learning a healing technique. It's a remembering about who you are. It's about reconnecting with the wisdom that already lives within you. And it's about understanding why so many women are feeling called to healing, intuition, energy work, and more particular, the divine feminine as this particular moment in history comes towards us. For many people, Reiki begins with a simple desire. Perhaps you're overwhelmed and searching for stress relief. Or maybe you're navigating grief, illness, anxiety, burnout, or even a major life transition. Many people recommend to you a Reiki session, and then you decide to give it a try. Or perhaps you found Reiki because you were searching for something that traditional approaches couldn't quite provide. Something deeper, something spiritual, and something meaningful. For many students, Reiki 1 begins as a healing modality. Then something beautiful happens. It begins to change the way you experience life. You become more aware of your energy, and you notice how certain environments leave you feeling drained, while others leave you feeling energized. You begin trusting your intuition more, and you feel more connected to your body. You become more mindful of your thoughts and your emotions, and you begin to recognize subtle shifts in energy that you never noticed before. Eventually, many students arrive at a crossroads. They begin feeling called to Reiki Level 2, not so much because they need another certificate, but because they want more information, and also because they know that there's more to discover. Reiki 2 is often referred to as the practitioner level, while level 1 focuses primarily on self-healing and hands-on techniques. Reiki 2 expands your ability to work with energy in profound ways. This is where students receive the Reiki symbols, and these symbols act as energetic keys that help practitioners focus, amplify, and direct Reiki energy. Many students describe receiving these symbols as a turning point. It's as though a door opens, and for most of them, They look really forward to the distance healing. Distant Reiki tends to challenge our ordinary understanding of space and time. Many people ask, well, how can Reiki work from a distance? How can you study Reiki from a distance? How can you receive or send Reiki from a distance? And we've been taught to think of ourselves as separate individuals moving through a physical world. Yet healing traditions across the cultures have long taught that we are interconnected. Mystics, shamans, indigenous healers, and spiritual practitioners throughout history have recognized that consciousness is not limited by physical boundaries. Distant Reiki operates from this understanding. It recognizes that energy can be directed across distance because we're all part of the larger energetic field. When we learn distance healing, we begin experiencing the profound truth that connection is not limited by geography, and this usually changes everything. And then many women who practice Reiki look for another piece of the puzzle. There's a longing or a remembering or a call towards something ancient, something intuitive, and something deeply feminine. Throughout history, women served as healers and as midwives and herbalists and priestesses and wisdom keepers, and they were the guardians of the healing traditions within their communities. They understood that healing wasn't simply about eliminating symptoms, it was about restoring balance, about reconnecting with the spirit, about remembering wholeness. And today, many people feel disconnected from this lineage. We live in a culture that often celebrates productivity over presence, achievement over intuition, doing over being, and many women spend years caring for everyone else while they neglect their own needs. Many lose touch with their intuition, and many forget how powerful that they truly are. And this is why many women are called towards the divine feminine. But what is divine feminine healing? It's not a religion. It's not tied to one spiritual tradition, and it's not limited to goddess worship. Instead, it represents qualities that often are associated with feminine wisdom in general: compassion, intuition, creativity, nurturing. It helps us reconnect with these qualities within ourselves. And it teaches us to trust our intuition and to honor our emotions and to listen to our bodies. We value rest as much as action, and we recognize that healing cannot always be forced. Sometimes healing emerges when we finally stop fighting ourselves. And this is how I've integrated divine feminine healing into Reiki. The process becomes softer, more compassionate, more intuitive, more embodied, and less about fixing and more about remembering. And then what I've discovered is there is a healing tradition that I was initiated in, the Rite of the Womb, the Munekai. It's the 13th rite of the Munekai, and it's an energetic transmission that was gifted by shamanic teacher Marcela Lobos. And it's a lineage of medicine women from the Amazon forest. And its central teaching is simple yet profound. The womb is not a place to store fear and pain. The womb is to create and give birth to life. I want you to stop there for a moment. Just close your eyes and just breathe. And these words carry immense wisdom. The womb is not a place to store fear and pain. The womb is to create and give birth to life. We carry years of burdens that don't belong just to us. Ancestral stories and family wounds and cultural conditions, expectations and fears. And the rite of the womb seeks to release what no longer serves us. Traditionally, womb healing focuses on clearing energetic imprints related to ancestral trauma, reproductive experiences, pregnancy loss, relationship wounds, and collective wounds carried by women. But even beyond physical anatomy, the womb serves as a powerful symbol. The womb represents creation, and it represents possibility, and it represents transformation. It is where dreams are conceived, where ideas are nurtured, and new versions of ourselves are emerged. And this is why the rite of the womb can be deeply meaningful for women, regardless of age or life circumstances. We're living in a time when more women than ever are experiencing stress and burnout, disconnection, and overwhelm. Many people are exhausted. I know I am, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually. And we're constantly asked to do more, to give more, to achieve more. And energy healing offers another way. It invites us to slow down, to listen, to reconnect, and to remember that healing is not selfish. Healing is sacred. When Reiki, the divine feminine healing, and the rite of the womb are combined, they create a powerful path towards personal transformation, greater emotional clarity, and a strong sense of purpose, more confidence in your spiritual gifts, and a deeper connection to yourself, not because someone else has fixed things, but because you've learned how to access the wisdom that's already within you. Now, as we come to the end of today's episode, I want to leave you with this thought. The path of healing is not about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you have always been. Reiki's not just a simple healing technique, it's a way of reconnecting you with your authentic self. The divine feminine is not something outside of you, it lives within you, and the wisdom that you seek is already there. The intuition that you long to trust is already speaking, and the healing you desire is already unfolding. Perhaps now your role is to simply to listen. The world does not need more perfect healers or more people who are saying that they can fix you. It needs more authentic healers, more compassionate hearts, and more women willing to remember their power, to shine our light, and to help others find theirs. Perhaps this is why you found this episode today. Perhaps your next step is already calling. If you would like to learn more about Reiki and divine feminine healing and the rite of the womb, email me at bertena.org, Bertena, or just go to the website and sign up for my newsletter. I do online, self-paced, Zoom, in-person groups, and in-person private classes. All you have to do is just reach out to me on my website, bertena.org, Bertena, and my email is bertena@bertena.org. And I love passing this on to others, and I love seeing people remember who they are. So until next time, remember, trust your intuition, honor your path, and allow your light to shine. As we begin to close our time together, I want to thank you for spending this sacred moment with me here at the Spiritual Sanctuary. If today's episode resonated with you, I invite you to leave a comment or share this episode with someone who may need a little sanctuary of their own. As a thank you, everyone who comments or shares is entered into a drawing from our sponsor, Cosmic Connections, and it's a beautiful way to keep the magic flowing beyond time and space. And if you're longing for deeper connection, more guidance, and updates on both our online and impersonal spiritual sanctuary gatherings, I invite you to stay in touch with me by signing up with my newsletter at bertena.org. That's BERTENA.org, where I share upcoming events, rituals, reflections, and offerings created just for this community. Until we meet again, please be gentle with yourself, trust your inner knowing, and remember, this sanctuary lives within you. Thank you for being here.